Have you ever dreamed of having superpowers? Well, I have good news. Superpowers are real. And today I'll show you 30 people with unbelievable superpowers that were caught on camera. First, meet the man with laser eyes. Enter Leandro Granato, a very unique type of artist. His method, snorting a cocktail of ink and saline solution, then using his eustachian tube as a high-pressure paint gun to create eye-popping, literally, masterpieces. As a kid, he discovered this talent and became the school's human squirt gun. Now he's monetizing his unique skill. Remember, art doesn't have to be a Rembrandt to be appreciated or pricey. But wouldn't it be cooler if Leandro could squirt acid, venom, or even Spider-Man-style webs? Now that's a superhero power worth having. But the next one is even more impressive. Even Dwayne The Rock improves of that. Meet Hammerhands, the human nutcracker. This guy, also known as Muhamed Kahrimanovic, can crack coconuts faster than you can hit the subscribe button. He's not just a one-trick pony though. He's also a human nail gun, setting a world record for hammering nails into wood using only his fists. Talk about a handyman. That must hurt though. And if that's not enough, he's also a walking, talking lumberjack, breaking thick planks with his bare hands. Oh wait, there's more. He's even been known to bend metal bars with his teeth. This guy's got more talent in his pinky finger than most humans have in their whole body. But watch number 28, where a casual stroll turns into a teleportation spectacle. This video is from who knows where, and it's got this lady doing some serious Houdini stuff. She's strolling along, minding her own business, when two cars come her way. She sidesteps the first one like a pro, but the second one, oh boy, it's heading straight for her. But wait, just as we're about to cover our eyes, she pulls a fast one on us. One moment, she's there, and next, she's on the other side of the road. The clip's short and sweet, and there's not much info about it online. Someone uploaded the security camera footage to LiveLink. He just said the girl teleported and the driver was so shocked, they just sat there for a moment before driving off. Now, if you're a fan of Aquaman or any aquatic hero, it's time to rethink your choices. Because Cristina Zenato, the shark whisperer, makes your fish talking look like child's play. She's been swimming with sharks in the Bahamas for 25 years, and she knows them better than the back of her hand. And that hand? It's never been bitten. She's like a shark mom, fiercely protective of her toothy tots. When they get a hook stuck in their mouths, she's there, pulling it out without a second thought. Imagine reaching into a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth. But the sharks, they're as chill as cucumbers while she performs her impromptu dental procedures. If that's not proof she can talk to fish, I don't know what is. But I'd be more afraid of number 26 than those sharks. This man is really the Mountain from Game of Thrones. The latest internet sensation's a bloke who's casually hoisting a truck with his bare hands. Now, trucks can tip the scales at a whopping 88,000 pounds or 40,000 kilograms, give or take. So how does our mystery man do it? Well, that's the million-dollar question. The official truck lifting champ is none other than Hafþór Júlíus Björnsson. It's mind-boggling how he lifts trucks like they're feathered pillows. One thing's for sure, he's got some serious superpowers. So what's the heavy thing you can lift? Probably not a truck, right? But lifting things seems no problem for number 25. In this video, a girl and her buddy are in a pickle with two grumpy men in Thailand. Out of nowhere, our heroine throws her hands out and BAM! She sends two guys flying into the bus. She stares at her hands as if she's discovered she's the next Marvel superhero. She spins around and a market stall table flips over, causing a mass exodus of startled onlookers. Even her friend, whom she was defending, makes a run for it. The video has gone viral, causing a worldwide debate about its authenticity. Some are calling it a hoax, while others swear it's the real deal. Either way, it looks really cool. But have you ever heard of someone that's louder than a jet engine? In a universe of decibels, Jill Drake is the queen of cacophony. Picture the loudest person you know, then crank that up to 11. Meet Jill, the human air raid siren. With a Guinness World Record under her belt, Jill's vocal cords can outroar a jet engine, hitting a whopping 129 decibels. She's not just loud, she's history book loud. She's the main act at musical festivals where her scream draws crowds like a moth to a flame. But prolonged exposure to Jill's voice can cause more than just a headache. That's why she rocks earplugs during her performance and advises others to follow suit. After all, safety first. But number 23 laughs in the face of safety. Jyoti Raj is the Indian Superman. Inspired by monkeys, Jyoti mastered the art of climbing, and he realized he was as scared of heights as a fish is of swimming. While other daredevils strap themselves in harnesses, Jyoti laughs in the face of safety. His confidence is so high that he probably thinks gravity is optional. His secret weapons? A pair of $200 climbing shoes and a bag of chalk. Who needs a safety harness anyways? So next time you see a man scaling a building with the ease of a monkey, don't panic, it's just Jyoti living his life. But I don't think you will see number 22 ever. In a library in Japan, a man, let's call him Houdini, pulls off the greatest magic trick. He's reading a book one moment and boom, the next, he's gone, leaving his book to nosedive onto the floor. The onlookers are stunned. The news spreads fast and soon everyone's talking about the library vanishing act. Theories abound. Is Houdini a teleporter? Some suggest it's a film trick, but that doesn't explain the gravity-defying book drop. Slow-mo analysis reveals no signs of editing, so the mystery remains. Wherever you are, Houdini, we salute your epic exit. But nothing seems as powerful as having the world at your fingertips. Meet Eng Hui Ho, the Kung Fu master. He spent his life honing his body, breath, and mind into a single coconut-crushing digit. Iron Fist needed a whole hand, but Ho? Just one finger. His finger strength is measured in coconuts, and he's got the Guinness World Record for smashing 4 in 12 seconds. He can even pierce a green coconut and sip the juice. Eng is a street performer in Malaysia, where tourists toss a coin to witness the one-finger wonder. He started training his formidable finger at 17, poking palm trees for hours. But beware, this gnarled digit could potentially pierce a human skull. So it's best to stay on his good side, or you might end up on the pointy end of the world's most fearsome finger. Now at number 20, I have something special. The video is called Water Walker. And now, we all know walking on water is as likely as finding a unicorn in your backyard. But this video shows a shadowy figure doing the impossible, strolling on water like it's a Sunday in the park. Some skeptics thought the video was as real as a $3 bill, suggesting our water walker was just a clever video overlay. But here's the kicker. As our mystery man nears some water birds, they take flight. So unless those birds are in on the hoax, it seems our guy was really there. So what do you think? Is this a superhuman with a penchant for water walks, or just an elaborate prank? Let the debate begin. Now look at this Wonder Woman, with eyes that make Superman jealous. Her name? Veronica Seider. Veronica's eyes are like something out of a sci-fi movie. She can spot things 20 times better than you, probably. Imagine being able to read a newspaper from across the football field without needing binoculars. That's Veronica for you. Back in 1972, Veronica blew everyone's minds by pinpointing 2 tiny dots on a scale. The dots were only 0.06 inches. She set a world record for the smallest thing ever spotted by a human eye. Since then, she's been rocking the optical world with her microscopic superpowers. Scientists are scratching their heads trying to figure out how she does it. Some say she's got more rods and cones in her eyes than a mutant lizard. Others think she's got some secret eye training going on. Whatever it is, it's making everyone else's vision look like they're wearing foggy glasses. Go, Veronica, go! Now at number 18, let me introduce you to the Chuck Norris of the East. This is Mas Oyama. Born in Korea in 1923, he was doing karate chops before he could even say karate. He moved to Japan and started practicing traditional karate. He was so tough, he used bulls for boxing practice and broke their horns with his bare hands. He once fought 100 men in a day, and that was just his warm-up. Wait till he fights me. In 1953, he decides he needed a challenge, so he went to live in the mountains of Chiba, Japan. He trained so hard that even the bears were scared. When he came back, he was not just a karate master, he was the karate master. He then created his own karate style, Kyokushin, which means the ultimate truth. But number 17 must be the water master. Meet Dixon Opong. the Human Hydrant, who can guzzle down 4.5 liters of water in no time. His stomach stretches like a yoga master, making room for all that H2O. His stomach can expand 4 to 5 times its normal size. When he lets it rip, it's like standing next to a fire hydrant, only less wet. Okay, it's exactly as wet. Now, number 16 has taken the Aladdin story a bit too seriously. He's on the empty street ready to take off on his magic carpet. Could he be the real-life Aladdin, or maybe he's just misplaced his Uber app? Suddenly, the carpet lifts off, probably pushed by an invisible force or a gust of wind that had too many beans for lunch. It's airborne for a few seconds, long enough to make you wonder, what kind of sorcery is this? You'd need a force strong enough to lift not just the person, but also the carpet, which is probably heavier than all the dust it's collected. And let's not forget your old friend gravity. But let's face it, folks, this is more likely a trick than a superpower, unless, of course, he's found a genie in a lamp at a yard sale. Since we're talking about movies, are you a fan of Hawkeye? Well, watch this guy. The real world has its own superhero, Lukas Novotny. Hitting a bullseye is tough, but doing it while galloping on a horse? That's impressive. But for Lukas, it's just another day at the office. In the old days, armies had horseback riders, but now it's as rare as a unicorn. But Lukas, he's keeping the tradition alive, one bullseye at a time. Watching him hit moving targets like watching a cat catch a laser pointer. It's impressive and slightly unbelievable. He might not have biceps like Thor or abs like Captain America, but who needs muscles when you've got mad skills? I couldn't agree more. And do you remember how Flash got his superpower? I've got something similar here. Tony Cicoria, a regular Joe and 42-year-old doc in Albany, New York, one day he decided to use the public phone, probably to order a pizza, who knows. But then, bam! A lightning bolt gave him a shocking surprise. Tony woke up in the hospital surrounded by a disco-like blue and white light, thinking he'd won the lottery of cool stories. But the real kicker came 2 weeks later when he suddenly had an itch to play the piano. Weird, but okay. This guy who couldn't tell a piano from a pogo stick before was now composing tunes that would make Mozart jealous. It's like he got struck by the lightning bolt of talent. So next time there's a storm, maybe take a walk. Who knows, you might just discover your hidden talent for yodeling. But number 13's probably making Google jealous. She's Rebecca Sharrock, the human version of Google search, but with a funny twist. She's got the superpower called HSAM, Highly Superior Autobiographical Memory. It's like she swallowed a time machine. She remembers everything. While most of us can't even remember why we walked into a room, Rebecca can recall every single day of her life. She's like a walkie-talking Harry Potter encyclopedia, and her toddler tales are more detailed than a high-definition movie. She's got a book where she spills the beans about her unforgettable life. Her first memory, being a 12-year-old diva posing for a photo in the driver's seat of a car. And birthdays, she remembers every single detail. Wow, I don't even remember what I had for dinner last night. But I do remember that number 12 is a little creepy. In 2016 in America, a convenience store security camera is our unsuspecting protagonist. Our supporting cast, a homeless chap setting up camp outside the store, probably dreaming of winning the lottery. But wait, here comes the plot twist. Another character strolls into the scene and walks through the wall. Yes, you heard it right, straight through the wall. Our homeless friend's jaw drops. The camera, probably as shocked as you are, starts glitching. The date flickers between 2016 and 2019, making us wonder if our wall walker is a time-traveling electrician. The store's lights flicker like a disco ball as our mystery guest enters and exits through the wall, leaving our homeless friend scratching his head. But number 11 leaves us all scratching our heads. Caught on camera by a Japanese store's security guard, a woman's shopping trip takes a turn for the extraordinary. She's just your average Jane, except she seems to have superpowers. She reaches for a high shelf and her hoodie starts to glow, but wait, there's more. She stops a runaway shopping cart from hitting a kid just by waving her hand. It's like a scene from Stranger Things, minus the nosebleeds and Eggo waffles. Viewers are left scratching their heads, wondering if they've stumbled upon a real-life superhero. Sure, her hoodie could have had built-in lights, but how could she Jedi mind trick the shopping cart? Extraordinary powers or elaborate prank? You decide. But wait, there's more. Some dude uploaded a video of a guy in a hoodie with hands glowing like a neon sign. The uploader swears it's real, and it was even shown on TV in China and Hong Kong. In the video, this hooded guy realizes he's being filmed and does a runner, disappearing like a magician. Cue the internet going wild with theories. Now, do you know what's going on here? Let me know in the comments. Now at number 9, I have a superpower all people dream of. I'm talking about flying. Suppose you're filming a silly, goofy video of a historical moment when, out of nowhere, a dude zooms past you in the sky. People have been trying to pull off this superhero stunt for ages, from Leonardo da Vinci's doodles of winged contraptions to the Wright brothers finally getting it right in 1903. The sky's been the limit. The early bird attempts at flight were literally that, strapping on wings made of feathers. This 19th century saw a flurry of inventors trying to build flying machines. With everything from hot air balloons to gliders, fast forward to 1982, Swiss artist Yves Rossi straps on a jetpack with 4 engines and voila, you have your very own human rocket. Yves has since been jetting across rivers over the Grand Canyon, kinda like me. But ever thought that shaking someone's hand can become a shocking experience? There's this guy in Serbia, Slavija Plagic, but folks call him the Battery Man. Why? Because he's like a walkie-talking Duracell bunny. This dude's day job? Playing with electricity. He's like a human power bank, storing and conducting electricity through his body. Sounds wild, right? But wait till you hear about his party tricks. He's got a Guinness World Record for boiling a cup of water in just 1 minute and 37 seconds. How? By pumping 20,000 volts into it. And that's not all. He can light up bulbs and cook sausages with his bare hands. He's basically a walking barbecue. But the real kicker, he can light a cotton ball soaked in fuel on fire by just sparking electricity from his scalp. And now he's planning to charge up a 1,000,000-volt generator and shoot sparks out of his hands. Now meet the man who swapped breath mints for bees. His name is Norman Gray. He's basically the bee's knees when it comes to, well, bees. He's a professor, scientist, and author, but his real party trick is playing a tune while covered in bees. No biggie, he's just been doing it for about 70 years. Now get this, Norman once trained bees to fetch nectar from a sponge in his mouth. Talk about a strange way to enjoy a honey-flavored lollipop. Plus, he holds the record for the most bees in his mouth at 107. But wait, there's more. Norman once wore a suit made entirely of bees that weighed about 88 pounds or 40 kilos. It was so impressive that the Guinness World Records folks came to see it. You know, to me, bees are one of the scariest creatures on your earth. They just scare me. Why would you put them in your mouth? Isn't that dangerous? Now, number 6 shows that superpowers don't have age limitations. Mike Greenstein is not just an old man. No, sir. This dude's like the Hulk. But instead of smashing things, he's got thing for lifting heavy stuff. With his teeth. I mean, who needs a forklift when you got Mike around? And get this, he's 93. Most people his age are knitting or playing bingo, but not our Mike. He's out there wowing crowds worldwide, earning him the nickname Mighty Atom Jr. Now, you might be wondering, where did he get these super teeth? Well, it runs in the family. His dad, Joseph Greenstein, was the original Mighty Atom, a legendary strongman from Poland who could bend iron bars and horseshoes with his bare hands. Talk about a tough act to follow. But Mike was like, challenge accepted, and decided to become a strongman himself. One of Mike's party tricks? Throw in a car with his teeth. I bet that makes for an interesting trip to the dentist. And guess what? His toothy talents have even landed him a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records. Now that's something to smile about. And if you're done smiling, let's check out this guy, number 5. This is Mr. Magnet. Why? Well, because he attracts metal. It all started when he was just a kid in Bosnia, just 6 years old. One day he noticed a spoon sticking to his chest like it's glued there. Talk about a strange superpower. Anyways, as he grows up, he gets even better at this metal sticking business. And it's not just spoons anymore. He's graduated to bigger things like frying pans. Yep, you heard that right. Frying pans stuck to his body. But hold on, there's more. Mickey isn't just a walking fridge. He can also carry heavy stuff by using the sticky power of his skin. He became a bit of a local celebrity, wowing crowds wherever he goes. He even broke a world record once with a whopping 53 spoons stuck to him at the same time. That's what I call sticking to your talents. Speaking of talents, number 4 beats all the stunts known in the Mission Impossible series. Meet Dimitry Politov. He works for Cirque du Soleil, and boy, does he love to show off his stunts. Now get this, they told him not to do anything crazy while traveling, but Dimitry, being the rebel he is, didn't listen. Thank goodness for that, because we gotta see him do a one-armed handstand over a 100-foot drop. He just grabbing the railing, swung his body out in the open air, and laughed in the face of gravity. It's like he's saying, human limitations? Never heard of them. But wait, there's more. Once you see this Russian muscle man on a pole, it's a whole new ballgame. He can balance himself on top with just one hand and foot, then slide down and lift his entire body parallel to the ground. Well, that's crazy. But number 3 can outcalculate a calculator. Meet Scott Flansburgh, a 57-year-old dude from the Big Apple. He's got a superpower that makes him the human calculator. In 2001, the Guinness Book of World Records even crowned him the fastest human calculator. Scott's not one to keep his powers to himself. He globetrots, teaching folks his number-crunching ways. Even Stan Lee, the comic book legend, was left jaw-dropped by Scott's speedy sums. Yep, Scott's so quick he even leaves calculators in the dust. When he's not out speeding gadgets, Scott's a math teacher, but he's got his own TV show about math. And I'm pretty sure I won't be watching that. But cool. Now, how long can you go without sleep? Let me spin you a tale about a dude named Thai Nguyen from Vietnam who's been pulling the ultimate all-nighter for over 6 decades. Yep, you heard that right. Homeboy claims he hasn't hit the hay since way back in 1962. That's longer than some folks have been alive. So here's the scoop. Thai says he first got into this no-sleep game after catching a nasty fever in '73. It messed up his sleep schedule big time, and he just couldn't catch a wink after that. But get this, despite being a sleepless wonder, he's still kicking it, working on his farm every day. Damn, I don't know how he does it. Now, experts are scratching their heads over this one. The current record for staying awake is just over 11 days. But Thai here's like, oh, my coffee, because he's going to be going strong for decades. Dude supposedly chugs down loads of coffee and tea to stay awake. I mean, that's one way to avoid hitting the snooze button. Well, number 1 also found a new way of playing with fire. Pyrokinesis is like telekinesis, but instead of moving stuff with your mind, you're able to set things on fire. Cool, right? But here's the catch. Science has no idea if this is really possible. Now imagine being an 11-year-old girl in Vietnam who can light up mattresses and ventilators just by thinking about it. Talk about a party trick. But despite her dad saying, yep, she can do that, the doctors scratching their heads because she's perfectly normal. The mystery remains. Some boffins in Hong Bang University thought they were onto something, but then they went all hush-hush. Suspicious, right? Do you know anything about this? Let me know in the comments. Wow, impressive. Which superpower would you want to have? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Now join me on my adventure to explore the Earth in this next vid.